All right, so you all have gotten really good at acing your responses. Well, now it's time to apply this ACE strategy to more than just three sentences. That's the goal, after all, that you're able and ready to take your writing up a notch and expand your ACE writing into well written 6 to 8 sentence paragraphs. This is going to apply to any type of writing where paragraphs are included. So by the end of this lesson, you should be able to use ACE structure to write a 6 to 8 sentence paragraph. If you're younger in grades like 4 through 6, I would say to focus on 6 paragraphs. If you're in grades 7 and up, I would say to start focusing and pushing your thinking to an 8 sentence paragraph. You guys are more than ready. So don't let this freak you out at all. In fact, having this structure should make you a little bit more confident in going into writing ACE paragraphs. You've probably heard of a similar concept. Maybe some of your teachers in the past have said paragraphs are like sandwiches or hamburgers, and you've seen that image of a hamburger with the different parts of a paragraph listed. A sandwich has 2 slices of bread and then all the good stuff in the middle. Well, this is really similar to an ACE paragraph. It has a topic sentence and a concluding sentence. That's your bread. But then all the evidence and the elaboration, the good stuff, is right in the middle. So today we're going to be doing more than just ACE. It's going to be more like ACEs or ACE, CE, CE, CS. This is going to be your paragraph where you're going to have a few C's and a few E's. But the first sentence, your A, will be your claim. Next, you're going to write a C to cite your evidence, an E to elaborate on that evidence, then another C and another E. And if you're doing 8 sentences, another C and another E. And finally, you're going to wrap it up with a concluding sentence. So what do I mean? How am I really going to do this? You're going to make a claim. This is also known as your topic sentence. Then you're going to cite evidence, reasons, and examples that support what you just said, what you just claimed. Then you're going to elaborate on why your evidence is important using one of our elaboration strategies. After you've done this citing evidence and this elaboration a couple times, maybe one more time or 2 more times if you're writing an 8 sentence paragraph, then you're going to go ahead and conclude with a statement that restates your claim, but in fresh words, in different words. And I'm going to give you some examples of this. So if you're looking at a 6 sentence paragraph, it's going to look like this over here. You're going to have sentence 1 through 6. Sentence 1 will be your topic sentence. Sentence 2 will be your reason or example number 1. Sentence 3 is your elaboration to go with your reason number 1. Then you're going to give sentence 4, which will be your second reason or example. Sentence 5 will be your elaboration for that reason or example number 2. And finally, you're going to have a concluding sentence. If you want to expand this into an 8 sentence paragraph, you simply just need to add one more reason and one more elaboration to go with that reason. Let's take a look at how this will work. This matrix lists the sentence starters that you can use for each of the ACE components, including the concluding sentence. At first, it might seem a little confusing, but it's just like following a pattern. Use the 3 highlighter colors to help you organize your thinking. Green for your topic sentence and your concluding sentence, yellow for citing your evidence, and pink for your elaboration, just like we've been doing in all the other ACE lessons. Oftentimes, using this color can really help us organize our thinking and help us as learners. Make sure that your elaboration matches your evidence. And we're going to go over this again. But as always, we always want to make sure that our elaboration goes with our evidence. So you're going to use this matrix to help you figure out the sentence starter so you don't get stuck. You get over that writer's block. Let's take a look at an example of how we can make sure that our evidence matches, our elaboration matches our evidence. Let's say, for example, that we have the evidence. This is a bag of stolen goods found inside the suspect's car. Well, you're not going to want to say this shows he's guilty because that hasn't really convinced me of anything at all, really. A better way to elaborate would be this shows he's guilty because he was the only one who had access to his car at the time. So just remember, you want to make sure that that elaboration matches your evidence. You don't want to start talking about something completely different. For example, I wouldn't want to say, this is a bag of stolen goods found inside a suspect's car. This shows he's guilty because he really likes ice cream. It has nothing to do with what you just said. So make sure it always just ties together. Let's take a look at what an ACE paragraph might look like. I've written, our classroom believes that teamwork is important for success. One reason is that when we collaborate, we get a variety of ideas from our peers. This is significant because everybody has a different experience, so we must listen to one another and learn from them. Another reason teamwork is important is that we can accomplish more when we work together. If two or more people work together on a project, then they can get work done faster, saving everyone's precious time. As you can see, teamwork has many benefits to everyone on the team. Taking a look at this ACE paragraph, it is 6 sentences. You can clearly see with the use of color that I have started out with my A or my topic sentence, and I have concluded with a concluding sentence. If you look at these green sentences, you'll also notice that they're not exactly the same words. They are a little bit different. I have my claim where I use the flip it strategy to answer the question that was posed to me. And then in my concluding sentence, my CS, I write and I use the sentence starter as you can see. I got that sentence starter from the matrix that I showed you or the table that I showed you previously. And then I reiterate what my claim is. Teamwork has many benefits to everyone on the team. Instead of using success, I've decided to use the word benefits. This is important. Also notice how this entire paragraph looks like a sandwich. You have your green, which is your bread. I guess it's moldy bread, but it's bread. And in the middle, you have all that good stuff. You have a mixture of yellow and pink. That's your evidence and your elaboration. The meat of your sandwich, the protein, the part that gives it sustenance. So make sure that this is what your paragraphs are looking like. You have that sandwich effect where you've started out with a claim and you've ended with a concluding sentence. And in the middle, that's where you've given a piece of evidence, an elaboration, another piece of evidence, and more elaboration. Now, I want you guys to try to see if you can identify the different parts of an ACE paragraph. I'm going to display a paragraph and I want you to tell me, what is the topic sentence? Where's the evidence one? Where's the elaboration one? Where's the evidence two, the elaboration two? And where is the concluding sentence? Let's take a look. I think everyone should learn how to swim. One reason is that knowing how to swim can save your life. According to research, drowning is one of the leading causes of accidental death in children, and learning to swim could prevent such tragedies. Another reason is that it is good exercise. Swimming strengthens different muscles such as your arms, legs, and core, and keeps your heart and lungs healthy. As you can see, it's quite evident that there are many benefits to learning how to swim. Now that I've read it, read it to yourself and see if you can identify the different parts of ACE paragraphs. First, identify the topic sentence, then the concluding sentence if you can, and then look at the middle. Where's your evidence? Where's your elaboration? Where's your other piece of evidence and your other elaboration? Think about this now. So, this is what we should have come up with. We identified our claim, our A. I think everyone should learn how to swim. Then our bottom piece of bread is where we restate our claim in fresh words as a concluding sentence. And I started with, as you can see, and then I restated my claim. Now I found my evidence. I know that my evidence, a great sentence starter, is one reason or another reason or according to research. So I'm looking for those kind of sentence starters to point out that I'm about to give evidence. So I've highlighted both of my pieces of evidence here. Hopefully you got the same. Finally, I highlight my elaboration. I know that elaboration usually starts with this is significant or this is important, or maybe using one of the strategies in historical times this, but now, or maybe compare and contrast. Most blank, but something else does something else where you're contrasting it or showing a difference. Um, Either way, you're looking for your elaboration, which is telling you the importance of your evidence. So I've highlighted that here. Notice how most of my paragraph is elaboration. That's really what it should be. Most of it should be your own words. your own thinking. And that's exactly what elaboration is. Now I want you guys to try. I want you to write a 6 to 8 sentence paragraph answering the question, should students wear school uniforms? You may have to do a little online research, but remember that you could always use your personal experience as evidence. Take a look again at the sentence starter matrix before you begin. I'll show you that in just a moment. Here it is. Use these sentence starters to help you create your 6 to 8 paragraph response to the question, should students wear school uniforms? Please do this now. Excellent. So you should at this point have had some practice identifying the different parts to an ACE paragraph as well as writing an ACE paragraph. Remember, use this strategy in any writing assignment that you get, because in using this strategy, you will ensure that you answer the correct question, that you've provided supporting details, that you've shown your critical thinking through your elaboration, that you've organized your thinking, that your writing is logical, meaning it makes sense. And if you do all of this, then your teachers will look at it and say, wow, they really aced that response.